something about Somerset. Don't know what the deal is. Yes. You're the only guy. Look around. Oh, yeah. We're the male realtors here. I understand. It's becoming an epidemic here, you know, like you guys are taking over. I swear to God, it's possibly. It's just a matter of time, I guess, you know, so. But, thank you guys for coming. So there's gonna be another panel like last week. Hopefully you guys are getting something from all of the agents that are, you know, taking their time away from making money to come up here and talk to you guys. One thing I got from last week, Janet Spellman, who was over here, she talked about the magic letter. Everyone in this room should try it. We posted it, I think we put it in the newsletter. If you want it, email me. It's a really cool letter that for a small amount of money, if you have a buyer, so you're not gonna make up a person, okay? You have to have a buyer who might wanna live in a certain part of town, in a certain maybe subdivision, and you send that letter to the 50 to 200 or whatever homeowners that live in that subdivision. You know, assuming you have that client, don't pull a quick one and make believe you have something when you don't. You get called out on it, okay? Yeah, I'm just saying, has agents done that before? All the time.
Yeah.
Okay? I think I've done it. I'm not gonna lie to you in the past. Sure. You know, when times are desperate, you gotta do what you gotta do here, you know? But,
Great marketing.
it is, I tell you, you know? But that does work, and I think, who else?
Take your best friend.
And Mary, Mary. And Mary, I think, talked about, all she does is work off referrals. Now, granted, she's been doing it, you know, 30 years, so she has a lot of referrals, okay? But even in the beginning, I'm not saying we all have to be like Mary. We all want to be ourselves, okay? Mary is Mary, we'll never do that, but a lot of us don't have that personality like she does. But if you can, every closing, you should be in touch with these people forever. Never forget them, okay? Over time, because they're gonna refer people. You should kind of keep that in mind. All right, some things real quick. So before we get to these four ladies, what else we got here? I put one sheet on every table. Make sure you know about this. That is now on page 5 of the listing agreement. It's called the submission date. And I will attempt to read it real quick. Okay? Easy stuff. Broker will submit the property's listing information to the MLS on or before a certain date. If seller wants broker to begin public marketing and advertising immediately, the submission date should be the same as the commencement date. If the seller and broker agree to that certain property-related preparatory activities are needed prior to marketing, the submission date may be set for a date after the commencement date. Note, the submission date can be no more than 10 days after the commencement date listing in section 1. So what does this really mean? Everyone want to take a stab at it? Your seller's gonna see this and they're gonna say, what is this? What is this submission date?
Is it like coming soon thing?
Okay, so I'm your client. What are you gonna tell me? What is this submission date thing? Mr. Realty One Group listing agent, does this affect me?
We're gonna post it on MLS.
Well, you're putting it in MLS anyway, right? You're putting my listing in MLS, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I think,
okay.
so I think maybe, let's say, for example, I get a signature from the seller today, but I put the comments date, I don't know, 1 week from now. But when we see where they have signed, they put it today's date. But the listing is gonna go live, I don't know, on the 10th.
So we have 10 days
Does
after
that make
commencement date, prepare the houses, take pictures,
Much closer?
and then that date is when we.
Okay, better?
You're not gonna get any calls on your listing, because there's nobody to look at the listing until 10 more days.
What does that mean? What does that have to do with the submission date on the form?
It means
I'm your
that-
seller, I'm sitting at the kitchen table and I ask you, what is this submission date? Are we using this or are we not? What are you gonna say
It's
9
up
out of
to-
10 times?
It's up to the seller if he wants.
Well, why should I use it? Fatima, tell me, why should we use this?
Why
give
should
him
we
time
use
to
it? So
prepare.
that we can submit it as soon as possible. And if you don't, then it's not in the favor of the seller. I would say the submission date later on doesn't favor the seller. I don't know.
It gives them time to prepare the house, photography,
Or if you
cleaning.
need to extend by saying coming soon.
The reason this is happening is because there are companies out there that wanna get rid of the 1 day.
Oh.
But we have to have it on MLS within a day or 2, correct?
Oh.
Or else we get fined, okay? Some companies wanna do away with that.
Yeah.
Or they wanna not even have that anymore, okay? You can sign them tonight, hold on to that listing for a month. Don't even tell anybody about it. and then put it on MLS, and coincidentally, you got the buyer. Funny how that works out.
Back in the day, we'd put in additional comments, seller to advise in writing when to put the home on MLS. So that freed us up to where all we needed was an email saying, hey, go ahead and go after it.
So basically, most of the time, this doesn't apply to anybody. That's why they have it. Whenever you see forms from LVR and things are bolded, make sure you understand and read this. They're bolded for a reason. And this is bolded that says the submission date can be no more than 10 days after the commencement date in section 1, okay? So this, basically, you were kind of correct, okay? If I take the listing tonight, and if it's a normal listing, it's gonna go on MLS tomorrow or the next day, okay? But if I need time to take photos, or the house isn't ready, the house smells like cat pee, okay? I might put 10 days from now is when I'm gonna put on MLS. But if I'm ready in 6 days, we can put it up within those 10 days, okay? So this is just a little way of getting around the 1 day thing.
And was the other workaround saying coming soon?
Correct, yeah, it's kind of right, it's kind of the same thing to me, you know? Or then there's another section called office exclusive, kind of indirectly kind of does the same thing, but not really, okay? But this is kind of like coming soon.
Tim, I was told that if you do anything beyond that 1 day, another agent can come in and take your listing. I was told back in the day, even a few years
I
ago.
don't know what you mean.
Because it's not really a listing yet.
What is
It's
it?
coming soon, means anyone can come in and take a listing, and I was told that.
No.
You have a signed document.
You're hanging
You
out
have
with the
a
wrong
signed
agent.
agreement.
You're talking to the wrong agent.
Yeah.
So the
The wrong
brokers
type of
were
company
mentioning
glasses.
that, the brokers were mentioning that back in the day, and I thought,
Well, this is today, not 1998.
no,
Okay, this is
I
today.
didn't talk-
You have a coming soon listing, it's your listing.
nobody can come in and take.
No, you have a signed document.
So, could they call me up and say, Tim, you know what, I decided your babysitting is a piece of, you know what?
And
I
I
don't
want it."
like her.
Right.
I Googled her and found something I don't like,
Right.
you know, we're probably gonna take the listing from joint, right?
Yeah.
That never happens.
Meanwhile,
Right, yeah, so we have a contract, okay, so, but just know that, because good sellers are gonna read your contract, and then you say, what is this? And if you start sounding like, you know, Mr. Magoo, or, you know, whoever, you know, you're not gonna come across with the most confidence, so keep that in mind. What else we got? In case you guys don't know, that's Sharon's phone number and that's Sharon's email address. Stop calling me on Sunday, hey Tim, how do I email Sharon? I don't even respond. I wanna respond, but if I do, you might sue me, based on what I'm gonna say. Okay? So please, that's how you get her, there she is, she's right there, you know, okay? Here's some numbers, I'll go through them real quick. The thing that jumped out at me is this, it's only 35 days now.
Wow.
So that's really good. Yeah, so whatever you guys are doing, whatever's happening, people are making decisions quicker. So, it was close to 60, not too long ago,
Yeah.
right? So that's a pretty good thing. That's May of last year, so we can compare as the month goes by. If you're curious, because some of you had asked, there are 5 MLSs in Nevada. Who knew, right? Who knew? Ours, with 15,000 members, give or take. Northern Nevada, which is Reno, has 4,000 members, and then you have Elko, Incline, and Mesquite, we're not sure how many. But Elko has 150 members. And David's team is bigger than the Elko Association of Realtors. To give you a little perspective there, more or less, you know, so.
Where's Incline, north again?
Yeah, I think that's northern, that's.
It's near Tahoe, Lake Tahoe.
Yeah,
Incline.
Reno, and,
Okay.
you know, I thought Incline Village was part of northern too, but I guess they're not.
They had an issue and separated.
Yeah, so,
They have their
is
own.
Incline Village Lake Tahoe?
It's Lake
Yeah,
Tahoe,
right.
yeah.
There's North Shore and there's South Shore.
Okay. And
So
then-
Incline's the Nevada side, I
Yes.
Oh, you
believe.
think, yes,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, if you go to classes and people say, well, this is, you know, 20,000 realtors in Nevada, they're right. There's only about 15,000 here, though, that you compete against every day, just so you know. The 1 day was great, those of you that came, I appreciate you doing that, a lot of fun, right, a lot of photos. We got to go down to 3 Square, I think Southwest also went down, right? Steve?
Monday.
Day before, day after, so they went down there too, so, we're in good graces with 3 Square, they like us a lot now for going down there. Where is she, is Lori Smith here today? No, okay, Lori, congratulations, best new agent of the month, Dinesh Joanne Davidson, bada bing, bada boom. And the rising star, here's our $1 Million Club, I think there's, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 25 on here, but there's really 32, but some of them are on teams. And teams, you know, recognize you as an individual, because you're on a team. So, nothing wrong with that, but you won't see your photo up here, so just so you know. But we appreciate what you guys do, and you've done well. Here's the top 25 for the month. If you're on here, use this. You know, we don't put the numbers on there, so no one knows how much money you made. You know, we're really quirky about that, you know. $10 million in production, so all your friends think you're loaded and gonna hit you up for a loan or something, so. That's our top 25, and that's our top 5 teams: Damon, Darren, Anna Mary, and Dolly and Margie, okay? Anniversaries, who jumped out on me on this one? Spencer, 17 years. Who knows Mark Projalis? Right, right? I didn't know Mark's been here 18 years. 18 years, big guy, yeah, he was with our group, yeah. So, good stuff, Mark, we appreciate that. And Vince Georgia, who I've never seen, third name, fourth name, all I've never seen. If he walked in right now, I wouldn't know who he was. Not a clue. But he's been here for 20 years. He's Peter Georgiev's dad, and he's kind of retired, he's kind of semi-retired.
Should we do a wellness check?
Yeah. I like that. I like that. But Pete comes in all the time, so he gives us a scoop that his dad's okay. Birthdays, I don't know if anyone wants to say happy birthday to everybody, but everyone had a birthday this month, that was a good thing. Here's the hires for April and May. It's a little early in May, but April we had 7. Rev Up, for those new, maybe Rev Up, a few of you might want to think Rev Up. Rev Up just started yesterday. Mark is doing it. He also has a class on Friday. Onboarding was yesterday with Jeff. Did anyone? I don't know if everyone.
I did it.
How many were attending?
There was 8 altogether
Okay.
online.
Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, good. Okay. All on Zoom, correct?
On Zoom, yeah.
Good, okay. Nice, 9 people. Baseball game, I don't know who wants to go. I'll be there. I'll try to drag my niece and nephew, get them out of the house. Wind down Wednesday. How was yesterday's?
It's good.
At Green Valley?
A dozen people in there, so.
Okay. All right. Ours is not till the end of the month, right?
Right, 27th. That's right.
20th. 20th on
Here's another
27th.
date.
Oh.
27th.
Yeah, 20 and
The last
27.
27.
27, right, a little typo there. So we'll get that fixed for the next meeting, get a CE post, training class. And we just added this yesterday, so that's why I put a handout. If you haven't been to a solo class, you might want to take Mike's. He does a great class. And he also has a company that for a couple of bucks, sort of like an inspection fee, they'll handle all of the solar paperwork if you have a solar deal. I have a listing. An old client came back, Tim, I want to sell my house. I dragged Wendy with me yesterday. We went on a listing appointment. Of course, it was fantastic. We did phenomenally well, okay? But the house has solar, okay? So we're gonna call Mike for whatever he charges and have him handle all the stuff. Could we do it? Absolutely. But why not, I think it gives more peace of mind to the client too. And we're gonna go to the buyer's agent and ask the buyer to split it with us. Will they? I don't know, but we're gonna try, okay? But Mike does a great class, and then he'll talk about his company that does sort of like the inspection. His company also sells warranties, because a lot of these solar panels don't have any more warranties, because they've been sold 3 or 4 times, and you don't know. Like people, me and Wendy saw last night, they have no clue that there's a warranty. And it was with Tesla, then Sonova, now it's with Sunstrong, what the Sunstrong is. They have no clue if there's a warranty. So we gotta do all that homework, so that's Mike, that's next week, on the 19th, next week, or week after. If you're in, what do you call it, Green Valley tomorrow, there's a class with Mike, with Matthew Cobb, free. It's a legal class, so it's one of the legal core classes, it's in Green Valley. Register through that, or you can probably just show up and still get in, okay? I think he has 18 agents registered so far, so there's plenty of room. But these are some of the free ones that Matthew does for us, and they're all at different offices here in town, Green Valley, Southwest, okay? I love this flyer. I'm gonna do my best to get to this guy's class, but, is anyone gonna go?
That's every day on, right?
Really, anyone gonna go?
Yeah, I wanna try saying.
Learn how to manage the rehab, and, what's this other thing on here?
They're both at Green Valley,
Yeah,
right?
find and fund your next flip, and how to manage the construction on your next flip.
On the bottom, one's June
Yeah.
12th and
Yeah,
then
they
the
gotta,
bottom right, yeah.
they should put that in the paper spot,
Yeah.
but bottom right of each one is the
Takes
date.
a moment to digest it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here, okay? ChatGPT maybe, or Claude or something like that. But other agents have taken this class at other brokerages, and they learned a lot, especially if they wanna maybe do this, you know, in the future, to enhance their own way of making some money. All right, gang, it's been what, 2 weeks now since Rock has gone through their little changes? What do you think? So far, so good? Really?
So far, so
Yeah,
good.
you happy with the results? Just kidding. Kidding. It's been phenomenal. It really has. It really has. I mean, quick story, before Sarah comes up, I emailed her yesterday, because I thought Wendy did on Monday, but she didn't. We got our lines crossed for this listing appointment. At 1 o'clock, hey, we got a 3:30 listing appointment. Could you get me this, and this? Right? Typical agent who doesn't plan ahead. And she got 85% of the this for me in an hour and a half. And, you know, the property profile, and did you, something before you know, I forgot the terms. But, and I read through it, you know, because most of us don't. And the funny thing about this listing is, the friend that called me was about 8 weeks ago, saying they want to sell a house. And I haven't spoken to them really that much in 8 weeks, you know, 3 or 4 times. A text, hey, looking forward to seeing you next week, hey, how are the kids doing? And I'm talking to Wendy, and I'm saying, Wendy goes, Tim, why are they selling? I said, oh shit, she told me, but I don't remember. Like, really, I forgot. So I'm going through what Sarah sent me, and there's the death certificate of the wife. Oh, shit, that's right, Lori told me so-and-so passed away. Home run. So I'm not walking there like an idiot and say, oh, where's your wife? You know? Oh, really? If I didn't see that, I might do that, because it's the husband and wife on the thing, right? You know? I had no clue they had solar. We never saw a house.
Yeah.
So the picture of the report showed the roof with solar. I said, when they got solar too? So those are 2 things I had no clue. You know, but getting it beforehand was such a big benefit. So I appreciate you doing that, really. So again, say hello to Sarah again, everybody.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning. Morning.
First, I just want to tell everybody who is a mother, who is a stepmother, who no longer has someone with us, like to recognize everybody who's even been motherly. So happy Mother's Day to everybody. I hope everybody has a very nice weekend. Want to remind everybody that we have a probate class coming up at our Southwest Rock Title branch. Kirk Kaplan is a really great instructor. I've done many classes with him, and he does throw a little bit of magic in there, which is, you know, makes a subject that sometimes can be a little bit boring or down, a little bit more exciting. So Kirk is a great instructor. It's a free class. We have flyers right outside on the credenza right here. So please pick one up and register if you haven't already. I did put on everybody's desk just a couple of press releases. I know that's not typically like an exciting thing, but the first one I think Tim actually touched on a couple weeks ago in one of our meetings. The American Land Title Association released, I think they released this first thing this morning, and it's regarding securing a settlement as it relates to MV Realty. So the settlement requires MV Realty to remove any encumbrances tied to the contracts that they made people sign. Sometimes they preyed on seniors or people who are vulnerable. And it's like over 40 years they did this. They offered upfront payments in exchange for exclusive listing rights, and they were recorded against properties in ways that would interfere with homeowners' ability to sell, refinance, or access home equity.
So hold that thought. Who remembers who MV Realty was? Anybody? Come on. Really? 2-3 years ago?
Okay, good, I was.
Somebody came to town, signed all these listing agreements for 40 years.
40 years.
The commencement date was June of 2024, ending in June of 64.
Weren't they out of Florida?
Swear to God.
Wait, seriously? That's
Swear to God. It's
Yeah.
a 40-year listing agreement.
40
And
years.
for that, I'm gonna give you $1,500 today
Come
when we
on.
sign. And thousands of homeowners did it.
I came across one of those and I could not believe my eyes.
Wow.
I didn't come
Can't make
across
it
that in the probate world. I came across it at a previous title company, and I couldn't believe that that was allowed. But this settlement requires MV Realty to remove any encumbrances tied to these agreements, confirms those agreements are void and unenforceable, waives requirements for consumers to repay promotional fees received under the agreements, and requires restitution to Nevada consumers who previously paid early termination fees. So I thought that was obviously very relevant to, you know, the industry in general, and I just thought it would be great for you guys to just know that this settlement happened, so if you come across any of this, that you know that it is no longer allowed.
This company operated in like half the country.
And you
A lot
just
of
pay to
Florida.
cancel?
Florida,
A lot of Florida, they would
that
prey
makes
on
sense.
a lot of elderly,
Yeah.
and I'm actually surprised I didn't come across this in my probate business, but when I saw that, I saw immediately what people were doing, because, you know, people, especially, you know, seniors or people who are, you know, as they don't have their faculties about them as they always did, you know, they were just easy targets, and so these people, you know, would just see the money, you know, sign it, and then obviously if that house went into probate, then this becomes obviously a huge issue in general anyway. So it was just something to look out for. The second press release is actually about rock tile. So Tara posted this yesterday, and it's just about our Nevada expansion. It's just highlighting our Shane movie in here too. So I just want to make sure you guys saw the press release that went out on May 5th. We were a little busy partying in the room over
It's all
here.
you've
Our
done since,
Cinco de
it's all
Mayo
you've done
party.
since you got here. I'm like,
I
well, you're
had-
taking
I-
my
you asked
reign
me
here.
this- You asked me this morning if I'm a caterer, is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
I said this week we're doing lots of food this week. And the Southwest branch has their Cinco de Mayo party today. So I'll be party hopping again today.
Let's crash
So
it.
if you wanna come
Let's
crash
go.
the party, please, you know,
Let's go,
everyone is
boss.
They
welcome.
can't beat Suzanne and what she
No.
does.
Well,
yeah.
no, but you know, I love to support Jeff and obviously that office as well. Any of you work with Laura Moran, she has a birthday this week and it actually falls on Mother's Day. So I know she'd love to hear from you guys. Happy birthday if you have a chance. And that's it for me. I know we have a Mother's Day panel, so I don't want to take any more time, but thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed the breakfast.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, Drew, since you're last, there's a speech you have to give us. It's in the ICA, page 7, paragraph 4. Okay. All right, gang, Mr. Morgan, you enlighten us with some stuff?
Real quick, Sarah, is that press release digital? So here's a little tip. Take that press release, put it into ChatGPT, say create a 3-bullet point with a call to action for social media. Copy it and post it. There's so much in there, and there's so many people it doesn't pertain to, which those are the ones who are gonna ask the most questions. Creates a lot of conversations. And in that conversation, you say, I can't believe they're signing for 40 years, oh my gosh. And you're gonna be able to look like the professional, the knowledge, and they're gonna come to you when they see stupid stuff like that. So get that, put it out there, get it to your clients. So that's number 1. Number 2 is talking to a team leader in California last night, and we were talking about the database and the leads and all the stuff coming in, and some of the things he was saying. And I'm like, hey, wait a minute, why don't you just stop? Like, take a lead, give them a call, and don't even let them like say anything about what they're looking for, because number 1, they're gonna say they have an agent, they're just looking, or I wasn't on there. It's like, so don't even let them do it. Say, hey, sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. Saw you were looking at one of the listings, but I got a ton of listings. It's like, so better just, do you know which one you were looking at or what you're looking for? I could probably have one. Didn't mean you had all the listings. All the MLS are your listings to sell, okay? And he did that, and he called me back 2 hours later. He talked to 3 people. All 3 people engaged in a conversation with that, okay? The reason I did that was my son called me the other day after he talked to a lead in Utah, and he's like, I got one on the line for you. Oh, really? How'd you get it? He's like, well, when I talked to him, I said, hey, I noticed you weren't pre-approved. I'm like, how did you notice they weren't pre-approved? I don't know.
I don't know.
Like, but they didn't know either. They didn't know if there was a box they missed that checked to be pre-approved or not. I'm like, that's genius. I go, keep doing that.
Whatever works, right?
So it's all in language. But you're not going to adjust or adapt or any of that if you're not making calls to be able to learn that and do that. So outside of that, rates looking a little better these last couple of days. Oil's coming down. Seems to be oil down, rates down. So I think we're right there. We're right there. But it's the news cycle, so.
Good stuff. That's all I got. Ready, Johnny? Thank you much. Thank you much. Again, every week, somebody says something and the light bulb goes off in my head. His point about taking the press release about NV Realty, putting it in the chat, whichever one you use, say, give me I want to send this to my database of real estate clients. give me 3 bullet points for a short email. And send it to all of your whole database. Let them be aware that this craziness has happened, you know? You'd be surprised how many people in the public know about it, but I'm a little disappointed that some of you don't know about it, to be honest with you, right? Okay? Because this is stuff that was on the news huge. Again, it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, so again, it wasn't yesterday.
I think a lot of it was between 2020 and
Yeah, it was-
2023 when it really got.
Yeah, COVID,
Crazy.
and, you know, and they would call up a title company and get a list of maybe the 30, 60, 90 days past due, or longer. And that's who they would call up, because they gladly, I shouldn't say gladly, they're more apt to take $2,000 to sign on a dotted line, not really knowing they're signing a 40-year listing agreement. 40-year listing agreement. And they did it thousands of times throughout the country.
One of two things needs to happen. Either your phone needs to make someone else's ring, or someone else needs to make your phone ring. This is a way to get your phone to ring. Fire it up.
Yeah, at least you'll be the one that made them aware of it, that's all, okay? All right, gang. Wendy should be here in a little bit, because she was gonna help me ask some questions, because I wanted her on the panel too. Because when she started, Jaden was born, her daughter Jaden, who's now at Rock Island. So she's gonna add something to it, but she's has some medical stuff this morning, but she might be here, okay? But I like this panel because they all make a lot of money, okay? They really do, they all do really well. But they have a family. They got kids, and they got Little League, and they got hockey, I think, and you know, I don't know how you do it. I mean, I got a dog and 2 cats, and I'm a mess, you know? You know, so I need a future ex-wife pretty soon, before I kill myself, you know? I really do, you know? I mean, I can only hang on to Blake and Chloe for so long, you know? I can say, Tim, you know, leave us alone here, you know? They're in their 20s here by now. But I got a bunch of questions for them. Suzanne might help me out with some questions, if she doesn't mind. And hopefully you guys will have some for them. But ladies and gentlemen, bring up Lizette Loya. Come on, where's Miriam Mohagarati? Where's the incomparable Judy Hirsch, okay? And of course, Rory Palazzo. Come on, bro. Grab a seat, ladies, anywhere you want. Make yourself at home. I promise this will be easy.
I would want in the order of the.
Oh, that's it.
And of course, as you guys know, it is Mother's Day.
Aw.
So, yeah, we're gonna do one of the Judy Bailey stuff here. I don't watch much, you know. I'm gonna bleed in a minute here, you know, so be careful, okay? All right, kids.
Thank you.
No, you're welcome, you're welcome. Thank you for doing this, because I know you all have other things to do and places to be and stuff to do, so. In that handout, gang, you don't have to read it now, but I'll just pull it up on the screen real quick. Is Sue did a nice little bio on everybody?
Yeah.
So when you get a minute or two, you might wanna read it. Kind of give you a heads up there, what's in there, if it helps. But in lieu of that, gang, how about left to right, 30 seconds, who are you, how long you been here, whatever you want to say in 30 seconds. Yeah.
Judy Hirsch, been
Sure.
with Realty One 17 years. This year will be my 20th year in real estate. And since it's a mom's panel, I do have 5 kids. 4 boys, 1 girl. My oldest is 24, my youngest is 10, and the girl is the second to the last.
My name is Miriam. I've been with Realty One Group since 2020. I left late 2024, but then came back last year. Big mistake, I guess. But I learned a lot from here, from different places. I have a 7-year-old, and that's it.
Hi, Lizette Loya. I've been doing real estate for 13 years. I've been with Realty One 6 years. I have a 12-year-old and a 6-year-old girl. I am a baseball mom, and if I'm not doing real estate, I'm at the field. I'm Ro Palazzolo. I have 2 children. My son just turned 16, but I'm not letting him drive to school or hockey yet. And I have a 20-year-old at TCU, and so she's in Texas, coming home this weekend for Mom's Day.
Yeah.
And I've been a realtor for 5.5 years, almost 5 years with Realty One Group. But hockey is, I'm a hockey mom, so I love it.
Okay, let's go with this one first. What's anyone can answer. If you guys are shy and no one answers right away, I'll pick on somebody. But, and you all have kids that are different ages, which is kind of good too. But what's a typical, like, tomorrow? You're gonna wake up in the morning, is real estate on your mind, or are the kids on the mind, or both are on your minds?
I think they're always on our minds,
Mhm.
both of them all the time. So, for me, it's driving my son to school. I used to make lunches. Now he's, that age where he doesn't want me to pack his lunch anymore. But for years, I found a way to balance it all. But like, I would make their lunches the night before, and I would print out motivational quotes for the week and put them in their lunches and write their notes. But then it's into, driving my son to school now. And, I think having those conversations with my son in the morning is really important, like being present, because you have to be present for your clients and your children and your family. And then it's just real estate, but I do work out like 30 minutes a day. So I try to just do a balancing act with it, but it's in the morning then, either posting on Facebook, catching up with my clients, doing whatever I have to do for real estate. So it's both all the time.
Excellent, okay. Somebody else wanna jump in? Like,
So I wake up at 5:30.
Ro, what time do you get up?
Well, sometimes I'm at
Yeah.
the hockey rink, so sometimes we're up at 4:30 in the morning because we have to go to the hockey rink. So it depends, twice a week, but in general, I'm up at like 6:30.
Okay, Judy, you're 5:30? No.
So 5:30 on the weekdays. Weekends I try to sleep in a little bit. But I try to, before my kids are awake, I try to like kind of just organize the house a little bit, so I'm not looking at a mess, making my little ones lunches, and then I actually on social media try to engage with my clients via DMs, text message, like on their feed, like just engaging with them. So like, cause everybody picks up their phone in the morning and they're like looking to see, if someone contacted them. So everybody's looking at their phone. So that's part of like the work, and then the lunches and all that stuff is the family. But sometimes I'll get someone will message me early to get on a call. I'm like, let me drop my kids at school, and then on the way out, I'll give you a call. So on my social media, I'm posting that I am a mom, and I have many kids. So they're aware of, the time that I give to them. If they don't like that, then they're not for me.
So you're doing some stuff before the kids even get out of bed, right?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. Jeez, okay. Mayor, who's that?
So my life is very scheduled, so I try to stay based on my schedule because again, we realtors, we have very, very busy life. Sometimes we just get packed with work. I wake up at 4 every day. From 4 to 5, I do meditation, I write my goals, I write whatever I'm grateful for. From 5 to 5:30, we have this coaching group call with different states. And then from 5:30 to 6 o'clock, I do my social media. 6 to 6:30, I send text message to all the expires from that day. And then 6:30 to 7, I check my emails. From 7 to 9, it's dedicated to my son. 7 o'clock, I go to kitchen, cook his breakfast, prepare his lunch for school. Around 7:30, wake him up. And then by 8:30, we leave the house. I drop him off at school by 8:45. I'm from 9 to 5, I'm here. Like do all the real estate stuff. 5 o'clock, I go back home. From 5:15, when I get home to till 8 o'clock, I'm with him, with my husband. We try to spend time together, eat dinner, work on his homework. At 7-year-old, he has a lot of homework. And then from 8 to 10, again, I check my emails, do my social media. If there are any trainings that I need to basically do, I do those. And 10 o'clock, I go to bed. Next day, same thing.
Wow. You,
That's impressive.
from 4 to 9, I'm ready to take a nap. 9 a.m., I'm ready to go to bed. Holy moly.
That's my life.
Is that 5 o'clock called the 5 a.m. club? Or is it something different? Is it called something, Mayor? The 5
Sorry,
o'clock-
sorry?
The 5 o'clock a.m. call.
The call.
Is
So
that-
it's 5 to 5:30. So I'm part of Tom Ferry coaching
Oh,
call.
it's Tom
So
Ferry,
yeah.
Yeah, I
So
got
we do have, my coach, he put all the agents together from different states.
Mhm.
From 5 to 5:30. We have to be in that call, and we talk anything AI, real estate. We try to stay on top of all the changes,
But-
especially with the AEO, SEO.
Gotcha, okay, yeah, so we'll talk more about that later. We'll bring up the idea of coaching. Do you guys pay for coaching? Do you pay for help outside of us? And I think some of you do, so we'll talk more about that. All right, Lizette, Do you get up at 3:30,
No.
3:45?
No.
Come on, you gotta beat the others.
No, I'm the late bird. It looks like I wake up at 6, but my mornings are more focused for my kids. I do peek at my email real quick if there's anything that I missed from the time I went to bed. But from 6 to 6:30, it's my kids, get them ready, do their hair, lunch. I do drop them off at 7:30. They start school a little bit earlier. So from 7:45 until 4 p.m., that's real estate. So I do, my mornings are for them. And then during their time in school until 4 o'clock, everything's real estate. Then I try to be present, and I don't do dinners. My husband is the one that cooks. But I do try to have dinners with them and then kind of just do homework and games in the afternoon. But I try to get everything in while they are in school.
Very nice, very nice. I saw something, and I think this is the right answer, but if it's not, please help me out here. You don't have to raise your hand, but how many of you, with your cell phone, when you go to bed, the cell phone's in your bed? Don't have to raise your hand, I'm just saying. But this article said, like, they think like 70% of Americans sleep with the phone in the bed. You know, I mean, not, you know, it's not, they don't have it on a little belt or something here, but it's, they can reach it from their bed, so.
Mine's on the other
Yeah,
side of
yeah,
it.
I mean, some people do.
It's very close to 112, just here.
Maybe a little bit, right? Just
Yeah, you
grab it
can,
real
no,
quick.
you can
I'm
touch it.
sure, okay.
And I look at messages at 2 in the morning. So.
I know.
Because my phone is on all night.
Sure.
Mine I put far away because I wanna get up when the alarm goes off.
Mhm.
Me too.
And it's also really bad for it to be near your head.
Oh, they
I
say
agree,
it's
oh no, I'm not advocating doing it, please.
It's vibration.
I mean, we're enough on our phones to radiate our brains, but I don't need it to be right near my head.
Do you ladies promote the fact that you have a family and kids indirectly or unknowingly, it just comes out in conversation, like?
I 100% do.
Do
I've
you?
gotten quite a few deals from it also,
Right.
but, I mean, that's one of my hats that I wear, right? I'm a mom and a wife, so when I'm at like hockey games or my daughter was in theater at Gorman, but that's who I am. So I think that you should actually become friends with them on Facebook too, because then they see like who you are, like you're promoting.
That was my question.
Yeah.
How many are on your Facebook?
A bunch, a lot.
Okay.
Actually, like the listing I have coming out tomorrow, they played hockey with my son. She's like, "Do you want to list my house?" I'm like,
Okay.
because like we became friends. Like then like they see my real estate videos, but they also see that I'm a mom and a family. You know, I love my family, so it's who I am. So they want somebody who's relatable.
Okay.
So I think it's really important. I try to like friend request them and become friends with them that way.
Are any of you, pictures of the family and any marketing stuff? Like, am I saying it right? You know what I'm getting? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'll tell you what I did 18 years ago. I don't know if I'm ashamed of it or not, but hey, it is what it is. This month is my 18th anniversary being a realtor. In May of 2006, I got my business cards, and on the card was me and my nephew Blake. Because I saw another agent who had a card with his daughter on it. I said, it's kind of cute. So I said, Blake, come on, let's go take a picture. So we went outside under the tree, we took a picture, and that was on my card up until last Wednesday. No more than for a decade. Me and Blake were on this card that I gave out, and they all thought he was my son. And I didn't lie and say he was, but I think it helped.
Yeah,
It
Christmas
helped because this cute little kid
Yeah.
who had brown hair like me, wasn't my son, was on my stupid business card.
Yeah.
So whatever works is my point here, you know?
Yeah.
So I, go ahead.
No, just for Christmas I did it, like my Christmas.
Yeah, my next
Yeah,
question. Some
yeah.
people send out Christmas cards with the
Yeah.
family to their clients, you know,
Yeah,
warm wishes from the, the Kelly family and
Yeah.
everybody in there.
but in general I don't, but just in Christmas I think
Right.
it's, yeah.
I got you, okay. So you all make your clients aware that you have a family and kids and all that stuff,
Yeah.
whether it's directly or indirectly, I guess, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Are there any issues, I don't want to see issues at home, but you have to have some boundaries with your husband and, going on vacation. Judy, God bless, she takes more vacations with the kids. I'm jealous. I don't know how you do it. She really does. I mean,
My
which
little
is-
sidekick.
which is really good.
Well, the reason why I do that, I lost my mom when she was 54, and I'm turning 54 this year. So there's a lot of travel she wanted to do and she didn't, so I'm gonna do it. She didn't have to, so, but yeah, so I take the little ones, my older ones, and kinda, do their own thing. And I mean, I'd love to take them too, but my husband's a workaholic, so wants to come, great, doesn't, I'm going.
You're going, right?
But back to your last question with the family, you know that I do John's story coaching, and he says on your profile, don't put real estate stuff. Like, it's so generic, you're like a used car salesman. So actually on my profile, I have a family photo.
You're talking about like Facebook, like, or
Facebook, yeah. So
Instagram,
my,
or-
I'm not profile, what's the one, like,
Cover.
the cover
The
photo,
cover
it's
page.
my family.
right, okay.
So, but yeah, like, don't put a house, don't put that, cause, yeah, so it's my family, they wanna know about you as a person.
Interesting, I got you. So Zach, did you wanna throw anything in there, you okay?
I do have two separate, social media accounts. One is my personal and then one is business. In my business, I don't really put my family, because it's a public page,
Mhm.
and I'm a little more, there's people out there that don't have good intentions, and my kids are so sacred to me. So it's, if I know you, you're gonna be on my personal page, but not for public, no, I don't.
So
put my kids.
if you worked with a client that you have the two, because that's what I have, and you get a rapport and
Yes.
going, then you'll accept them into
Yes,
your,
correct,
private.
into my private.
okay,
And that's, I usually add my clients until I close.
okay.
After closing, like, because
Sure.
during the transaction, it's very, it could be a stressful situation where you don't want them to be
Right.
friends with you.
Right.
So once we close, I'm like, all right, and then I ask them if I could post a picture with them, and, you know, that's how I do it, but.
Have there been closings where at the end you said, I don't think I wanna be friends with that? Yeah, there has been, okay, good, okay.
Yeah,
Right,
there's a
every
few.
now and then,
There's
you
a
get
few,
one of
yeah.
those closings,
Yeah.
I guess, right?
It's stressful situation sometimes,
It
so.
is, it is. Did Sue's just run out? She did, okay, I'll go to that.
She left.
How, what about your other half? You know, how important is his or her role in supporting you, making all the money that you all make? You know, and helping out with the kids, is it, I guess it's a real partnership of sorts, I would think, or it has to be, right?
Has to.
Right, or else you're not gonna be able to pull this off, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Because all your husbands and, significant others have full-time jobs, make good money, I mean, you know what I'm saying, they're all good people, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
My husband used to be an agent here,
Yeah. Mhm.
and he got tired of the business, so he has a different business. But I did bring him for the vendor event to has a moving company. But when I got into the business, he kinda convinced me, cause he was in it first. And I was hesitant, like two self-employed people, that's scary. But, yeah, like he's the one that encouraged me to get in the business, so his support was huge.
It's huge, okay.
May I ask
Suze,
something? May I ask?
you, of course, yes, please.
How do you think your kids would describe what you do?
My son says, my mom sells home and she's always on her phone.
Okay.
But I think he's going to be a very good YouTuber. When I make YouTube, he's with me and he tries to record himself too. So he sometimes takes my phone and then records him talking. He does like, lifestyle for himself. I have never posted any of his videos anywhere, but I think he's gonna be something close to that.
Oh, nice, very nice.
He likes it, he's not camera shy at all.
Suze, anything you wanna throw at the gals? What do you think?
Let's see here. Biggest time waster you had to eliminate? Anything you had to eliminate?
So I can say that I used to scroll on social media a lot. Every time when I posted my stuff, I look at other people's stuff, went to the feed and look at all those things. I work so hard on myself not to do that anymore. So I have different platform that I schedule all my social media stuff from there, so I don't have to go to Instagram and then see what's going on around the world. Because there are so many negativity, all of a sudden you see that you're scrolling and all of a sudden you see that 2 hours is already passed. So that was the biggest time waster for me.
Gotcha, okay. All right, I think you ladies have been more than kind telling us your personal stuff, so we won't go there anymore today, I promise. So let's talk about how you can help the agents make some money here. Ro, what's your biggest source of getting clients?
Mine's all referral right now. And also, but one thing that's helped me is actually being in a mastermind class. I actually love that, learning from other agents. But referrals and reaching out to people, and I was in direct sales. It was like reaching out to 3 different people a day. Like if you're going on social media, you need to interact with with people and your friend requesting them, or you get a friend request, it's not just accepting them, like it's engaging and like starting a friendship, so, I honestly, I mean, I've done mailers, I've bought leads, and for me, it's just referrals for right now.
How are you keeping in touch with them?
Text, calls, lunches.
Okay.
You know, scheduling lunches. If I have an event, I'll invite them.
Okay.
Or I'll invite them to lunch like once a week. So, happy birthday, or we closed on your house a year ago, things like that.
Do you use a CRM?
I do. I use Real Geeks.
Gotcha, very nice. We all know what the best CRM is, right, Judy?
The one you use.
That's it. Right? Whatever one you use, that's the perfect one, as long as you use something. Okay. So you got Real Geeks, right?
I did.
Which is very good. Okay.
Yep, and then, a couple other things, like I just learned, well, actually, and being in the Realty One group, someone on the page has helped me a lot. But, gosh, I used to dread putting out the open house signs, and I've just found rapid signs, like I don't know where you've been my whole life, but they're doing all my open house signs now, like.
Now they put them out for you, right?
Yes,
And pick them up.
it's not expensive, so you can, so it's 10 signs for $65, they put them all around, and then you can give them your signs, and they'll put all your signs up, and they'll collect them, and then they'll pull them for $10 a month there.
Oh, those are the signs that you see the rapid.
Yeah, so there's, you can do like
red or
generic,
yellow or-
or you
yeah.
can give them yours, so.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was like, cause I actually kinda dread putting up the signs sometimes, especially in the summer.
Okay, you have
Yeah.
email me their info,
Okay, well, yeah.
because that's a great service. It really is.
$65 for 10 signs, I'm like, sign me up all day.
And now
I was wondering what that cost, cause I'd see it every once in a while and didn't know.
What's it called, Rapid?
Rapid signs, so he
Yeah.
also does the up, down, but like it's rapid signs, cause when I signed in, it said I already had an account. And so they put up my sign for sale at the properties too. But yeah, he just texted me, cause I have an open house this weekend in Tuscany, and there are open house signs in there, but you're not supposed to, so he's gonna put them all around, and I'm gonna put a few in anyways, but yeah.
And they hold all your signs at their warehouse or wherever, just like a
Yep,
sign.
$10 rental fee for a month, and then they just put them out, so, yeah.
Okay, good. All right, Lizette, where are all your clients coming from?
Mine are also from referrals, past
See, we
clients.
said this last week, every realtor says they all get their business from referrals, right? It's like inbred, it's true, I'm not saying it's not true.
It's a relationship business.
It's yeah.
But yeah.
If you do a good job, and, I didn't use it before, but when my son started Little League, I started sponsoring, putting our logo, and then they put a sign for us at the field. And I got so many of I didn't know you were a realtor.
And how much
So-
did that cost? Do you remember?
Like
It's
$500.
nothing, that's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
it's a couple $100.
And they post it for all season, so, I'm present, I'm there, and I would wear a.
It's a write-off?
Realty,
Yeah, it's a write-off.
realty light,
There you go.
hat, and yeah, it's just, they see you as a mom and you're also a realtor, you can help them, so that was a big one for me that I discovered like 3 years ago,
Wow,
and I've
wow.
been doing.
Are you using a CRM of any kind, or just everything's in your head, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go, whatever works, or Outlook,
I
contacts, or
have a
Gmail
Excel
contacts.
sheet, Excel sheet, I do birthday cards, I do the happy home anniversary,
Mhm.
if they sold or bought a year ago.
Right.
So that always engages, and send them the photo that we took at closing, or remember,
Yeah, okay.
just little talk.
Really good stuff.
Keeping them posted.
Okay, what do you got, Mayor? What's your,
So a lot of my business coming from expired listings, I prospect them hard, super hard. So lately, I have noticed that agents refer me their businesses.
their expired listing?
Their expired listing, they know that I close
After
two.
they get the listing? Or?
No,
everything
They're
before you buy it?
expired?
No,
Before
before
expired?
like 1 week before they get
Oh, okay,
expired, they
right.
call me and say, hey, I have this listing, I can't help them for,
Right.
they don't
Whatever
tell
the
us the
reason
truth.
is,
But
right.
then when I go to talk to the owner, I notice that, their listing was about to get expired in 5 days, 6 days. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
It's kind of sort of a business. I just got a listing, in Summerlin West, and it's under contract after one day on the market, but that agent was trying to get it sold for the past 9 months, he couldn't. And then he called me and said, do you wanna help? I'm like, sure. And then he said, okay, I need 25% referral fee. I said, that's okay.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but I closed, 2 deals in, I think it was January or February, again, referral from agents. I used to do a lot for sale by owners. For some reasons, I don't call them anymore. I think I'm so busy with expires, they're easy to convert for me.
Okay.
I also do social media, Facebook. I don't get engaged a lot just because I just go scroll on other people's story forever. But the way that I put my social media together and I'm working on my website, I've got a lot of leads from my social media that I'm getting engaged with.
Are you all posting like on Instagram and Facebook every day?
You see me everywhere.
Are you doing it or are you using a service to do it? If you know
No,
what
I
mean?
do it myself. I
You
used
do
to
it
use a
yourself?
service. Don't use it.
Not
They
so much.
just, they just
It's very
charge
generic.
you a lot, and then they don't do a good job. Because I use the service, my Facebook got hacked 3 times. They charged $7,500 from my credit card. I got it back, but I was in Facebook jail for 6 months and I couldn't do anything. So the Facebook page that I had for over past 15 years, it was all gone. So last year I had to start over. I am building it. I'm building it very strong. So luckily I've been able to do it and to do a great job with my Facebook, with my new Facebook page, because the other one that I had forever is gone. Gone forever.
Okay. All right, Judy, you're the original gangster here of the group, been around the longest. OG.
Okay, so I do not pay for leads. I do.
Have you ever?
Never.
Never? Okay.
Never.
I didn't think so.
I do coaching with John Story, and he teaches us to do a client appreciation group on Facebook. I add whoever I want to there. It could be a past client, it could be somebody that may be a future client. So a lot of people pay for leads. I don't know about you guys, but if you get like a call from an unknown number, you don't wanna answer it. So I'd rather work with people that already know me. So my client appreciation group, I've got 520 people in there. They're not all clients. I do monthly giveaways.
Now, is this group just on your computer, or is it a Facebook group?
Facebook.
Oh, it is Facebook?
Facebook.
Okay.
I do monthly giveaways, and when they engage, I say you have from this day till this day to engage. I tag them all. Once a day you get to tag everybody. And if they engage, they get into a drawing. I either go live for the drawing, or I do a little wheel spinning and record it, and it gets them excited. There's one winner, and everybody else gets a little something, even if they don't win. So I send them a $5 Starbucks card for the non-winners, and the winner, I have them fill out, I have my clients fill out an all about you form, and the people that are in the group that are not yet clients, I also onboard them, and it's nothing specific that I'm giving away, but it's something to their liking. I'm not gonna give them what I like, I wanna give them what they like. So for instance, if they're local, I'll go and do a pop-by, and I'll give them their gift along with, I have swag. But if they're not local, they'll get their gift, and if it's an Amazon card, great. If it's whatever, Target, Nordstrom, wherever they like to shop, that's a national brand. But yeah, I rather spend money on them because they've seen me. I don't put any real estate stuff in there. And sometimes I'll do a poll and say, hey, people are asking about real estate stuff. So someone suggested, I'll go into one of my listings or whatever and then announce the giveaway. So I invited a bunch of my daughter's friends' moms into that, on my Facebook and then into that group. And one of my daughter's friends' moms referred me somebody, and she bought a $1.2 million house.
Wow.
From that group. So now we're friends. We actually went to Duran Duran last night, but I really keep the relationships going as far as keeping in touch. I send out, besides the little $5 Starbucks cards to the non-winners in my group, I do birthdays. They get and I have a little card for their birthday. They get a $5 Starbucks card. I tell them, tag me enjoying your drink on social media. So when someone goes to their social media, they're gonna look at me and they're gonna go, so I'm spending $200, $300 a month on that stuff. I'd rather do it to those people than complete strangers and buying leads to complete strangers. So it's worked for me. It really, and I do track. So if I send out a bunch of cards, I'll track who I'm sending it to. And a few days later, I'll say, hey, did you get my card? And hey, don't forget, and I'll remind them, don't forget to tag me on social media while you're enjoying your cup of coffee on me. And then, so you have to track and be consistent,
Right.
so.
It's
worked
funny,
for me.
I remember when I first started, I don't know who I got this from, but they said, 30 to 35 touches a year with your clients, right? So if you're brand new, you're saying, shit, that's like 3 a month. How am I gonna contact, Tracy, who, I sold her a house 6 months ago, what can I possibly reach out to her 35 times a year without looking like an idiot, okay? But all this, you guys are doing so many different things, right? Whether it's a Popeye, or whether it's a birthday card, or whether it's sending the HUD in January for their taxes. So I think by doing all that stuff, the database grows dramatically, I think.
For the house anniversary 1 year, I do a Popeye.
See, there you go.
So I have the onboard sheet, and I look like what they like, and I bring them something that they like, that's in the onboard sheet.
And Ro, I would assume with hockey on Facebook, you're engaging with the other moms when they're, when their son scored the winning goal in overtime or something, right?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
all
and
the time.
I think it's always about engagement in the relationships, right? And they're falling in love with you and they know who you are. But, yeah, like Facebook is just free advertising, like in social media, like, and I don't put all, like, on my personal page, it's probably 1 or 2 real estate posts, and then like hockey, or about my daughter, or about our family, or about trips, but just to show that, like, who I really am.
Mhm. And I think we have only a few minutes left. And anybody want to throw a question or two at them before we, anybody have something you want to toss to the group there? No? Okay. One thing I think I've heard, but except for Lizette, but maybe you do too. The other 3 of you have some outside coaching, whether it's Tom Ferry or John Story or.
Actually, I don't,
No?
I just reached out to one, inquired.
Or your mastermind
I went
thing,
to
your
like a Tom
mastermind?
Ferry like event,
Mhm.
a couple of them, but I just reached out to one just to find out, because in the summertime, I would like, it's like slower sometimes, so just more time, but I think a lot of realtors that I've talked to have just, told me how successful they were with it, or they're still doing it, and they just absolutely love it.
Yeah, so you all should consider that. I mean, it's, I don't think it's crazy amounts of money. John's Story is very
Well, the
reasonable.
subscription's not horrible, he
Yeah.
does have one-on-one, I
Yeah.
don't do the one-on-one.
No, that's a little nutty here. I mean, yeah, I mean.
Well, I think the people that do it are killing it, I'm not looking to.
Right.
Be the best, and that's another thing, like, I don't post $1 million a month club, like, none of that stuff, cause your clients don't really care. It's how you made them feel in the transaction, so like, I'll ask them, like, hey, this is all about, like, well, if it's not an investor, they don't, but I'll take pictures throughout the process, like, of course you're gonna show them more than one house, so the first house, whatever, the third house, hey, or like another day you're with them, I take a picture with them, and then I do a little montage when they close, that they have that memory, it's an event,
Gotcha.
the buying
Good
process,
stuff,
so
right? Yeah, okay.
they'll remember that.
I think you should also, just one more thing, that, is, when you do your reviews, your Google profile page, you have to have a Gmail account, but if you don't, just have your title rep make you something so you put on Facebook, because like some of those reviews are so like heartfelt and so nice, when people read that, they really can tell like the person you are and the realtor you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just like, they can really, understand who you are. So I think it's important to post your reviews.
Okay, a couple of quick ones, real quick. Judy, left or right, wine or coffee?
Oh, gosh. Coffee.
Mayor, wine or coffee?
Wine,
Is that?
Coffee.
Coffee.
wine.
That is, okay, all right. What's the one app you can't live without? Just the one app. What app is your big app that, without this, I would jump off the building?
As a realtor, MLS.
Okay.
All day.
Well, that's not really an app, that's a service, I guess,
Okay, so now.
As a mom.
Yeah.
Oh, as a mom?
What's,
Like
yeah, it doesn't have to
Instagram,
be-
or are you on, cause you're.
Facebook.
Okay.
I use Facebook.
The
I
number
use it
one.
For the business,
Sure.
Vulcan 7.
Oh, okay. Does everyone know what Vulcan 7 is? Probably not. Oh, okay. 30 seconds of what it is? Tell them.
Sure. Vulcan 7 is a platform or an app that you can get all the expireds for sale by owners, for rent by owners, investors, everything, every day. The informations are 95% accurate, but there's always something there. The Vulcan 7 has basically one main source that built my business. so I cannot live without walk-ins.
And what's the cost of that typically?
Oh, I'm a season there, so for me it's like $294 per month. But again, every single morning, every time that I open it,
Yep.
every single morning I have the fresh expired listing, fresh for sale banners that I haven't been.
That expired yesterday, correct? Right there.
One
boom.
day before.
Right there, right? Yeah.
Right,
Gotcha.
right. No one has access to it. I went to MLS if I can find them. So basically, even on the MLS, it doesn't show. So it's gonna show next day.
Right.
But on the MLS, you don't have the phone number, you don't have their
No.
email address, you don't have their mailing address. So Walk-in 7 puts everything in my lap.
Gotcha, okay. Again, that's the, I remember, this has happened since I've been here. I come in on a Saturday or any day of the week, you know, at 7 o'clock, and she's in one of these rooms cold calling, her
Yeah.
expired list.
That's how I
That
built my
was her thing
business.
in the beginning, and it works, if that's, if you're the kind of person that can do that, I guess, okay? All right, ladies, we'll end it on this. Give everybody in the room one piece of advice that they could leave here today with that'll help them be a better realtor. One tidbit of advice, as it pertains to your kids and the family and stuff too.
I would say don't be a slave to your clients, you know, give them boundaries and, you know, focus on building relationships. You know, just reaching out to people, not anything to do with real estate, because they know what you do. Just, you know, saying hi or, you know, oh, I saw you had a grandbaby or whatever, just building those relationships and those touches. They're gonna remember that.
Excellent, excellent. Mayor? Yeah.
I would say find your why, and that basically helps you to keep going. That's very important.
Everyone has a why we do this, so it's a
Yeah.
little different for all of us. Okay. Was that?
I have two phones, one's personal, one's business, and, I think I would piggyback on the slave, don't be a slave, to your clients, you know, your family is the most important, well, it is for me, and, I think my kids are watching that, you know, as they are getting older, and I need to let them know that, you know, yes, I work, but yes, you are important as well, and so are clients, so just creating that boundary and having both client and family understand that there's an importance on each.
Excellent, excellent. All right, Ro, take us home, baby. What do you got?
I would say balance and also boundaries, because I did own a company for 5 years, and when I was younger, and my daughter was 5 and my son was 1, and I winded up I couldn't do it, and it's because I didn't set boundaries. You know, I had brides calling me 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock, and mother-in-law's calling me, and I wind up like burning out, and just because I didn't set boundaries for my family. It's where there's nothing, you don't need to take calls after 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, whatever your boundary is, because you can't get anything done anyways.
Are these silent boundaries, or are you sitting down and letting them know, like, from this time to this time I'm with my family, but I will return after, or are
I
you
think
just?
you, like, if they do, you text them in the beginning and just say, hey, you know, I'm putting my kids to bed, can I get back to you tomorrow? Like, can it wait?
And hopefully they pick up on.
Yeah, there's nothing really that important that,
Yeah.
I mean, unless it's dire need, but I think just setting those boundaries.
That might be the conversation in the beginning with the buyer's consultation or at the listing appointment.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and find out what their limitations are too.
Yeah, I mean, if they're working like graveyard or something like that, then it's a little different, but if it's just, they're on a 9 to 5 job, I don't think it's.
Yeah, and it's funny, like I said, I wish Wendy was here, because as we all know,
Per hour.
she sets boundaries, right? She has boundaries for everything, you know? And I think in the beginning, we all think we're slaves to our clients. And we are, right, in the beginning, until we realize, look, you know, I wanna help you, Joe, but it's 9:30.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it.
Nothing's gonna happen at 9:45, you know?
Getting to know, like, I have a client, actually, that's my best client, he lives overseas.
Yeah.
So on WhatsApp, sometimes he's waking up and I'm about to go to sleep. So I know if I need to get in touch with him, that's gonna be the hours, but when I'm done with him, like, then that doesn't happen, but it just depends clearly on the client, or I just don't answer.
There you go, that's right.
I didn't see the text, I didn't see the call.
I mean, everyone says answer your phone, right? You know, that's the biggest thing, we don't answer our phones. And I'm not saying you should answer your phone on every call, I don't. But if it's a number I don't know, and, you know, what comes up on the phone? Potential scam or
Yes,
potential
spam,
whatever.
Spam
Right,
likely.
right. But sometimes I'll text them right back, hey, I'm sorry I missed your call, I'm in a meeting, I'm lying, okay, I'm in a meeting, or whatever.
Send a text.
How can I help you? You know, and if they don't respond back, you know, it was yes.
Yes,
Okay, so,
100%.
yes, okay. All right, ladies, we get stuff out of this, what do you think, good stuff? Yeah? Thank you.